Well, welcome everybody to our second WIX training with our fabulous Nicole Outla. If you missed it last week, we had a great intro to WIX website building, and we will continue that today. So I'll hand it off to Nicole as she shares more information and knowledge.
Thank you so much, Tessa. So I will jump right in and I'm going to share my screen here. All right, so last week we kind of got things started and we talked about where everything is. So this time I'm going to just move through and explain what's happening on the screen as we navigate a few features with the content that we've already started. So first, I'd like to start with editing our menu design. So what I noticed about our WIX page is that the menu is very small. It's not really going along the lines of the design. So I want to change that a bit. So I'm just going to click on the area where the menu bar is. And as we spoke about last week, the orange around each area is telling you that that will be on all pages. So it'll be across the board on all pages. If that highlighted area is around highlighted in blue or purple, that would mean it would be only for that specific page. All right, so we're clicking on the horizontal menu bar, and then we're going to do a header design. Actually, nope, that's the wrong one. So the reason why I did that was because I have it overlapped. So I'm just going to move it over just a little bit. So we're going to click on that, and then you're going to click what looks like a paintbrush. And when you hover over these icons, if you can't really tell what it is, it'll give you a description. So we're going to just click on design. And this gives us a little bit of a, let me see if I can make this bigger. There we go. This gives us a little bit of a preview to the other types of menu bars that we can utilize here. So I want to do something that's a little bit more bold and that stands out. So I'm going to just scroll down and look at my options here. And let's see, I think I like the bubble around them, and it makes the menu more prominent. So let's click on that one. Let's see if we can customize that just a bit. So we clicked on the customize, and then we're going to look at the fill color and the opacity. So let's see here. So when you click on the little square next to the background, it's going to allow you to change your color. So what we know about the tutorial from last week is that you can change your color palette at any time, but the graphics or the text will always default to whatever the theme is if you are using or working from a template. So we're just going to click on the color picker, and you can see at the top you will see your theme colors, and these are the theme colors that were with the original template. Again, you can edit your theme colors and customize those as well, and I'm going to show you how you can change the theme color, and you can just kind of play around with that when you're working with your website. So for this particular website, we're talking about traveling. It's a travel company. So we want to make sure that we stick to the theme and having a tropical theme, a vacation theme. So we're working with that theme. So we want to keep that theme going. And I like the idea of using greens and oranges and those types of colors that make you think about warm, tropical weather. So I'm going to just scroll down here, and I'm just going to pick this green color for the background. And then when you scroll up to see, you'll see that the background color has changed for those selected items. Now, because the text is actually dark, we want to change the color of the text here as well. So let's see if we can, nope, wrong thing. We're going to just click it again and click the design. We're going to scroll down then we can just go to customize, sorry. And then we're going to click there. Let's see. We go to white. Oop, having that same problem again. Let's see. Go to text. And then we're going to change the color to, we could just choose this white up here, and that will change the color of the text so that it's visible. So I believe the way that this one goes is the color will change to yellow, but we'll figure that out in a second. Depending on what page you're on. I think that's the way that will work for this one. So that just shows you how you can change and modify your menu bar. Another thing I was thinking about when I was looking at this site is, although the blue is nice, it's not my favorite color, but the contrast, I think, it's not my favorite color for this particular web page. So I want to change the background color to maybe make it pop a little bit. And you can always, again, just click the area that you want to edit and to make those changes. And you can either choose to have no color at all, or you can scroll down and change those colors based on the colors that are selected here. So we're going to just go to customize. Okay, so as we're seeing here, it's telling us this preset is already coming with its own design. So we can't really do much more here, but we can make the header just a little bit more prominent here. So I'd like to add just a little bit of a border to give it some texture. All right, so the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to do some animations. We did a little bit of animation last week, but we're going to just revisit that a little bit just to explore the things that you can do with animation in your video and on your website. So we're going to go to that plus sign here. That's the elements, and that's going to basically pull up everything that we would be using or adding to the site. So we're going to select image. Okay, so we're going to just type here just to save time, and we're going to type in luggage. So that same luggage bag that's in our logo, let's pull this image into our design here. All right, so we're going to move this down, and I'm going to just show you, let's see. All right, for the sake of the demo here, I'm just going to delete that because we're going to do something different there. We're going to just delete those, but I want to keep my picture, so I'm going to add a section, and we'll just click there. All right, so I've added a section. I want to bring my picture back over here. Actually, let me go ahead and delete this text. So you just select the text or the box, and you can just click the delete button on your keyboard, and then you can move this image there. So once you have your image in place, if you see the blue or the highlighted text box populate, you'll then see your quick bar that tells you what you can do, change, edit, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to move over to the 3 diamonds that look like they're moving, showing movement there. So we're just going to click on that. And say when someone is scrolling on your site, you want your luggage bag to kind of like float in, or you want it to come in as they're scrolling on the screen. So just to create that visual, like, I have my bag, I'm ready to go. So you could just click on this glide in, and it's going to give you a preview of what that would look like. You can also customize that animation. You can speed it up. You can, change the delay. You can ask that it only animates for the first time so that it doesn't continuously do that while the person is on that part of the screen. So we're going to just select that it only animates one time, and we're going to change the distance just a little bit. So to see what that looks like, as you remember from last week, if you weren't there, what you would do is you can go to preview and it's going to show you what that looks like when it comes in. So if you're happy with that, of course, you can click publish or save. You don't have to publish there. But just if you want to make sure that you've captured the work that you've done, you can click publish, and that way you know that that change will show on your website. However, we're going to go back to editor so we can continue editing our section. And then we're going to click on the other side and we're going to change the background, because although this looks like it might be a desert, we're in the rainforest. So we want to select a different image. So if you wanted to add an image, you could add image, you can add text, whatever you would like to do. I think in a position like this, when you're using an image, you would want text to mirror that. So, but of course you can do 2 photos. You could do whatever you want. If you wanted to change the strip background, you would be able to just click on the other column and make that change. So let's see if we can just find an image. We're going to click image here. And of course, the WIX media library is going to populate. However, you can upload your own images that you have already prepared for your site. So I'm going to just type in the word tropical. And I will say, when you're searching on WIX, if you're too specific, you won't get as many hits. You'll have to probably scroll a little bit before you can get to those. So what I'd like to do is click on this image right here of a waterfall. And I am going to, let's see, move this so you guys can see, click change background. Okay, and let me highlight this one. And oops, I didn't mean to do that, but the beauty is you can do undo. Let's see. Manage. And I'm going to manage columns. I think that's what I need to do. So here you can click on the column. You can maybe add a column, or you can, let's see, this is not doing what I wanted it to do. Let's undo this. Let's change the background. Let's go back to the image. And I believe what we can do there is just add the same image so that it's duplicated. Of course, I'm not going to find the same waterfall. Let's go back here. Tropical. Yes, you can see this is a great lesson that using the same keyword is helpful if you want to find the same images. And then we're going to just click that. We're going to do that again. Now, if you wanted to do this as a full strip, you could just change it to a strip instead of a column, which is what I should have showed you. And I'll show you how to do that once I finish that here. Okay, so I'm going to put in tropical again and find my image and change the background. So you could have it look like it's a duplication of the one image. The thing about this image now is it has that background. So to change the background or to remove the background, you would just click on edit photo, and then you would click on background and click none. Transparent. I think that's what it's supposed to be, transparent. And save. Okay, that did not work for what I was thinking it was going to do. Okay. All right, so trial and error. I'm just going to remove this for the sake of time. But to take away your columns, you would just click on the strip here. Let's delete this. So let's just clicking on it, selecting it so that it's all blue, and just delete And now you have that one image across your full strip. So you can either break it up by columns, or you could use the strip feature to go all the way across with that one image. And if you wanted to change that element, you would always go to the plus sign where you see the elements, and then you would be able to add in your strips and move your images across that way. When you click on a strip, you can't the element that when you click on the element and you select stripped, let me slow down, you are able to select the size of your strip. And if you would like a strip that has columns, like 2 sides, or a full strip going across. Okay, so we're going to just leave that there. And so now it's coming together a little bit, but we need to add a section back here because we have the 2 waterfalls right there together. So what I'd like to do right now is show you how to add a slideshow in. So with the slideshow, you can do one of 2 things. You can utilize a pre-selected slideshow from the WIX media library, or you can upload your own slideshow that you've created or something that you like to use. I actually designed or created a slideshow in Canva just to show how you can import your own slideshow, and we're going to do that now. So let me just scroll down here, and I'm going to drag this down some so that I have some space, and you can just click on it and just pull it down. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go over to add elements. And now I'm going to see. Actually, no, I'm not going to go to add elements. I'm going to go to add elements, but then I'm going to go to the media icon, which looks like a photo. So I'm going to, let's see, go down. Where is my site files? Okay, so under this, it's a little tiny, I can't really see it. Site files are going to show what you've used and edited and what you've uploaded. And then of course you can click on show more. So this right here is the slideshow, the MP4 that I created to show today. So I'm just going to click on that. And when you click on it, it's of course going to go wherever there's some space. And so I'm going to just see. Let's see. I'm making some changes here. And click that. So when you put in the video, I'm actually gonna move this up a little bit so it comes. I'm just pulling it down. And I'm just gonna change the section background. Oop. Move this up. Maybe I can do a color. It's a lot of green there, so I would like to break that up some. So I'm just going to add, I don't know what might look good. I was thinking orange. That's too, maybe black. Yeah, we'll go with black. So we'll choose a darker color for now. So let's just click on preview. Let me save this first. I'll save, and then we'll click preview just to see what that looks like. So I need to make an edit to this because while I like that it's still scrolling my video while I'm doing, while I scroll down the page, I'm noticing that the slideshow that's on the preview screen is too busy. So you don't want 2 images that are, or two animations happening back to you want to space those out. So I need to go back and take away this image of a a person snowboarding, because I want the focus to be on tropical vacations. So this is a great opportunity to see like where you're working when you have a template, because the template will already have built-in features, and you want to make sure that you're constantly previewing your page so that you don't have content there that you don't want. So let's go back to the editor. And right now, as you can see, this was on a slideshow. So we need to edit this one here and remove the slideshow from this actual section. Okay, so we're going to just click on the entire image, and we're just going to delete that section. See, and we're going to delete the strip. So you see this strip, if we don't delete this strip, it's just going to interfere with anything that we add to the page. And one way you can see, because especially if you're working with the template, you're going to want to know where where the lines are, where things are already embedded in your website. So you're going to want to you can click around, but you can also click on, well, it won't show now, but there is a section, and I can show you on a different screen, where you can see what overlaps. So for an example, when I was here and these two things were overlapping, if you click on it, it's going to tell you that you have some things overlapping on your page. And you can just do that by, let's see if it'll do that here. I'm try just to show. Of course, it's not going to show now, but I'll show you that in just a minute. Sorry about that. All right, so let's just move this back here and go back to the strip, and we're going to delete that strip. So now we have a section that's full, and we just want to, we'll just pull this up, and maybe this will be the first thing here. I'm trying to see mask animation help. So we're going to grab this and bring it back. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to delete this section and move this up. There we go. This is going to always show you where the strips are, the sections here. And I'll just add another element to go back instead of trying to work my video in. I'm going to click. Let's try this again. Add the video. Okay, sorry. Add a section. All right, so looking at the sections, we can utilize the one we just used previously for this. So we'll put that in there. Change the background to no background. Can we get that saved? Let's see. Change the background. There we go. So change the background to no background, and now we're going to pull, oops, sorry. When you grab the video box, sometimes you gotta wait till you see the, okay, now it's kind of embedded. Okay, let's try this again. Oops, didn't want to do that. I am having a delay again. Sorry, you all. Sure what's going on. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. Delete the video. Here we go. We're getting there. I'm gonna move this up. Okay. So it helps for you when you're adding your images and videos to just go ahead and hyperlink the section, because it will land wherever you are. And that's what we just saw me do. So let me just go back once again. Actually, I don't have to click elements. You can just click on the media icon, click the video. There we are. Okay. Okay, so now that my video is in the column of the strip, we can just edit the text to say travel with Nicole. And of course, you're going to say whatever you'd like to say. I'm just doing this for a demo. And then let's just go ahead and save. And we're going to click preview. So I chose just to do 3 slides because you don't want to have too many animations or too much happening, because it'll slow down your page. But that's just an easy way for you to embed your own MP4. Of course, you can also add music to your MP4. You can add other elements. If you want to do a voiceover, you could do that as well. So let's just go back to the editor. And it looks like we need to move up this section because I saw in the preview. Here we go. Let's change this background. Let's change it to, I really want to do orange, but the orange just wasn't working. Let's see here. Add color. That's too bright. Whoa, these colors are not working. So sometimes you'll have to play with it and just kind of do some moving around of the color palette to see what works. And that one's not too bad because you want the contrast to be good there. So let's just add a photo here. Actually, we'll move the text down, and I have text that I've already pulled here. Let's see. Just gonna copy this text. I'm gonna paste it right in there. So let's move. Actually, we do need to move this up a little bit, but we need to edit the text. So we're going to click edit text, and that's way too big. So we're just going to slide it down here. I think this one should be left. So we're going to take it out of the center. And I like to space out my paragraph so that let's just change this maybe to black. Make it bold. Now let's add an image just to let's see if we can find a picture of a family traveling. Just gonna plug in a picture here. Trying to find one that was, we can choose this one, family fishing trip. Of course, for the sake of time, it's not going to be exactly what we might want to put here, but we'll just plug that here just to show that you can add multiple boxes within your frame. Now you can just, of course, preview that. And there's so much space there, which is too much space. So going back, you can just pull that up using the drag and pull for the section just to minimize the extra space there. Okay, we're going to just click save. Of course, with the strips, you can also add additional images in the background. The caution with that is just having images on top of images, making sure that you're not doing too much in the background when you have your website put together with your sections, just making sure that all of those sections aren't overlapping with photos. Oops, sorry there. Okay, so moving on from that, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to looks like there's the button area is there. Let me delete that. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. There was a button here. Actually, we can use that for another demo. I'll show you something with the button. I'll leave that for now. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to create a light box. So sometimes when people are going on a site, they might see a box that populates when they are just getting onto the site. What Wix calls those call boxes are light boxes. It's called a light box. And basically with that, it's going to be like a call to action almost that pops up. So that's going to be one of the element features. We're going to go to add elements, and the light boxes are an interactive feature, just like the slideshow. So you're going to go to Lightbox, and you can just basically choose based on whatever the presets are here that go in with your theme. So just scrolling here, the thing with the light box, when it populates, that's going to be the image that you see. And I'll show you in a minute how that's going to work with your site in the preview mode when we do the preview. So for the sake of time, I'll just choose this. Let's see. We can choose this. Nope, I'm going to go with this one since it's just the box. Okay, announcement. Okay, so with the light box right now, it's in edit mode. So this is the screen that will populate, and I'm gonna talk through like what you're gonna do here. So it has some vector art. We're just gonna change that, and we're gonna say, welcome to our page. And of course, this is just an example of whatever text you want here. You can edit that. Let's see. Let's make it smaller. And let's go to let's say website. Okay. So with the light box mode, it's basically an overlay over the content on your website. So you can choose to keep the color the same, but it might confuse some folks. So you might want to change the background or make it so that it's not completely opaque, but there's some like transparency to it. Let's see. You click on color settings to do that. And right now, as you can see, it's at 100. So we're just going to lighten it up just a little bit so that people can see when they go to the page, they can see that they can click out of it and they're not confused as to what's happening on the page. So we changed that a little bit. change the transparency. You can still see your closed light box icon. So you're going to keep that there. You could also move it onto a darker area, just in case, you know, if your actual light box was a different color, which you can also change or make. Let's see if we can. You can change the light box with images, or you can change, excuse me, the light box with just a basic color, which is fun. But again, you don't want it to be too busy. So let's just undo just to show you the feature. Now we're going to save that work, and you're going to go to preview mode. So as you can see, it came up as soon as the page was opened, or as soon as the person, that will give you an example of as soon as the person opens your website, that would be what would happen. So what we want to do is go back to the editor and change when that light box populates. So to do that, you're going to set the triggers. So the triggers are going to be the things that tells the site when to have the light box populate. So you can go down here and go to delay, and say you want it to delay for 10 seconds. Let's just say 10 seconds. Also, you can choose to whether or not the light box automatically displays on pages, and you can change the name. And we can just change the name to welcome, because maybe you choose to put a light box on another page on your site. So having a little bit of a delay gives the person a time to excuse me, gives the person time to like scroll your site before you give them a call to action or something to do. So we did say we were going to create a call to action. So we can just go over to our elements and add a button. And let's see here. Do we have a button that's comparable? Okay. We can just click. Let's go for the sake of time. All right. So when the button is there, say if you had a mailing list and you wanted them to join your mailing list, or you wanted them to do something here, you could link, like I showed you last week, you could link another page, a web address, a document, an email. We're going to actually link a form in just a bit, but this is where you could link to another area on your page. You want to be careful about what you link there, because if you want them to scroll on the home page a little bit more, you don't want to send them away too quickly. But that's just an example of how you can use the button. Some of the sites, I know folks have seen them. Maybe you have a discount or some sort of like promo if they join your mailing list. So you may say, join my mailing list for 20% off today, or something like that. And that's usually when people use a light box. So we're going to click done here. We're going to just delete that. I was just showing you how to use that. So let's go back to save, and we're going to preview what we just did. So we're going to preview here. It's still too short, so we need to change that, because that didn't seem like 10 seconds. So let's go back to editor. And maybe we want to change where this populates on the site, because we're at the very top of our homepage. So changing where it shows on what page it might show is also something that will give you some time for the person to kind of look around on your site before they're, asked to do something. So let's go back to set triggers. Now, the section where it says which pages is it on, so you're going to click here, and where it says which pages to choose the page, right? So you can choose for this to be on the first page a visitor sees. You can choose for it to be on your booking site, your booking page. You can choose for it to be anywhere else on your site but the home page. So if you don't want it on your home page, you're just gonna select, uncheck that box, and then maybe you're gonna put it on the about page, for an example. So whatever page you want that light box to populate on, that's going to be where the light box shows. So if you want it to be on any page, no matter what, you would click the top box, which says first page visitor sees. So for an example, if you are sharing a link on maybe your Facebook page and it says you want them on Facebook to go directly to your booking page, right? But you have your light box set up to populate on the about page. When the person goes to the booking site from a link you shared with that direct link to that direct page, if you click first page visitor sees, no matter what page that is, it's going to populate. This light box is going to populate. So this will be important if you want that person to sign up to your mailing list, regardless of where they land on your page. Okay, so we're just going to click the about page. And let's change this delay. I don't know if I saved it, so maybe that was also why. Let's see. That couldn't have been 10 seconds. So, and I will just provide this disclaimer. I'm always trial and error. So, yeah, trial and error all the time. You can choose an X icon to close the box, or you can choose the close button. Since we saw the X, let's choose the close button this time. And that really does make it more visible for someone who's like, how do I close this? How do I get to what I came here for? So, all right, now we're going to just close this. Save. Okay, done. So you can exit. Now let's try to preview. All right, so we're previewing the page. We're scrolling through the page, looking at everything, and then we go to the about section. All right, there we go. All right, so we're at the about section and we're just scrolling around. At some point here, at least if we linger long enough, the light box will be populating on this page. It hasn't populated yet, but that's what it's supposed to do. And now it's not showing up at all. But anyway, so that's the feature for the light box. Of course, I have, like I said, a little bit of a delay. Like, as you can see, I've been clicking. I haven't been able to get back in. There we go. As you can see, there was another one of our transitions there. But this is the great time to kind of click around to see the other pages and how they preview. I'm sorry, there's a delay, but I'm clicking. There we go. Okay. So let's move along because we're running out of time here. So sorry about that. All right, so we've added the video, we've added the light box to our page. We won't get to this today, but next week we'll do some work on the booking page. But today I wanted to show you how to add an external form. So I've created a Google Doc for the purpose of this training. I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you how to add that external document, because what you can do is use the embedded forms that are embedded in the templates for booking, or you can add your own forms to your site. So I have this button here that I saved just for this purpose. So I'm going to click on this button and I want to edit the text to say, let's see, we can say book now. We can use that. Let's see, let me grab my link. All right, so I have this link. I'm going to just grab it click on website there, plug that in, click done. I can see my Google form is there. Going to save this. And I'm going to click on preview. Now I'm going to click the Book Now site, and it's going to take me to my form. So remember, when you're using forms, if you want people to stay on your page, it may be best to use the internal booking. If there's still some things that you'd like for them to see before they leave. But if you're okay with going to an external form or an external document that will take them outside of the website, then that's totally up to the user. Okay, so I will stop there because I didn't realize I was just getting so excited and was running out of time. And we will pick up next week where we'll talk more about booking, but then we're going to move on to navigating some other pages. I will kind of clean this up on this page so that I have all of my sections. There's some overlapping that I see there that I want to clean up, but otherwise that will be all for tonight. And I'll pause there.